So it's D-Day for Lucy Letby today. As you see this video, the verdict might already be in, as it were. So she has appealed. One judge has already knocked her back on being able to appeal her sentence. 3 judges meet today, High Court judges behind closed doors, or they met yesterday, sorry, to decide whether she can actually appeal her convictions. Lucy Letby, if you don't know, and it's very doubtful that anybody doesn't know her name, is being touted as the worst baby serial killer in British history. Maybe in world history, who knows. She was convicted mostly on circumstantial evidence. There was a lot of deaths, suspicious deaths, on the unit where she worked. Guilties, she got guilties, I don't know how many, maybe six guilties, life sentences, and 6 not guilties or whatever. Like I say, it was a long trial, 8 months. I followed some of it. There was an incredible amount of information. You've always got to think about families who've lost loved ones, especially babies, young children and friends. Yeah, if today they come back with a decision saying, you know, it's done, you can't appeal, that's it for her. She spends the rest of her natural life in prison. If they say she can appeal it, then obviously it starts again for the families. It never goes away. It's endless. It's always the families that suffer in these cases. You know, somebody is back in court, somebody who's inside, all these horrible creatures who've done horrendous crimes, the coppers, Mark Bridger, you know, it's terrible. It never, ever, ever goes away, you know, because the big news, aren't they? The big news. So there is people who support Lucy Letby. There is a group of activists, Free Lucy Letby. They have been labelled as evil, campaigning to release the worst baby serial killer ever. Why would people, you know, why would they do that? Why would you run a campaign? Unless these people truly believe the trial evidence was flawed. She has very, very close friends, Lucy Letby, who are still standing by her, who are insisting she didn't do it. Now that must be difficult, that. Again, I'm playing devil's advocate here. You know, you're a friend of somebody who's been touted as a serial killer and you'll stand by her. That must be difficult. Very easy, always remember to stand in a crowd. Very difficult to stand on your own. There is people who are way more qualified than me, experienced people who have cast doubts on some of the evidence and how it was presented. One thing that is apparent is for serial killers, cases like Lucy Letby's and others, it's difficult to get witnesses for the defence now. A couple of years ago, somebody has been on the stand, an expert witness. You know, they talk about their line of work, the possibilities around a death, natural, murder, etc., etc. You know what they are, professional witness. This person, you know, was ridiculed and ended up in a bad way, maybe losing a career. That's just from being a witness at a trial. So very difficult to get witnesses, but people are questioning things, people who have knowledge of these things. Yeah. Now, what is very clear from the trial, the evidence given, is for me, just reading, watching, etc., is that unit where she worked and them deaths happened was not functioning. From the top, probably NHS managers, you know, the ones in suits, are probably responsible for some of those deaths. And now that unit run. Consultants, possibly responsible. Doctors, possibly responsible. Other nursing staff, responsible. It was understaffed. It was clearly understaffed. And there were a lot of faults. It raised a lot of questions. Maybe something of this nature needs a proper public investigation. But they're always expensive. Nobody wants to have investigations. We've got Lucy Letby locked away now, touted as a serial killer, so why would they? Why would they? So today, I'm thinking it's out. While we're on the subject of the NHS, this week I had cause to go to my local accident and emergency. What I saw is probably repeated throughout A&Es in this country, in fact in Britain, was truly shocking. I was placed on a corridor. This isn't about me, you know, I was there for a reason. It's about the people around me. There were people, one old lady near to me, who'd been there almost 36 hours on a corridor with chest pains. She was an elderly woman. Her daughter was with her. I've got to say, before I go any further, all the staff are amazing. The staff I dealt with were amazing. The staff on shift were amazing. So I had cause to be taken for an X-ray. So this porter, hospital porter, led me to the X-ray. 2 or 3 minutes walking through corridors. Corridors littered, absolutely littered with stretchers. Standing room only. People in corridors everywhere. People moaning in pain. Yeah. It was like a bomb site, like they'd been, you know, something like that had happened, a major catastrophe. Every single bit of every corridor I walked through was full of people on stretchers with family members, all sorts. All sorts. It was truly shocking. Truly shocking. And that's the state of the NHS. I've got to say, like, again, the staff were amazing. The doctor who came to see me was amazing. Really amazing. Is this what it's come to? And then we've got all those people, overpaid, in suits, managing departments that were never there before. We've got diversity and inclusion officers in departments that were never there before. We've now got a party, the Green Party or the Green Movement or the Green level of management, that are looking at making the NHS greener. And the first thing they do is look at electric ambulances. How many people are going to die because we've got electric ambulances? Again, truly, truly shocking. Pun intended. The NHS isn't underfunded. It's overstaffed by incompetent managers and the like. Just going to leave it there. Lucy Letby, verdict out anytime soon. Can she appeal? Thanks for your continued support. Thanks for coming. God bless you all. I'll see you.